Jay Sano without intro music. Jay Sano with intro music. Intro music remix. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Hello everybody, welcome back. It is Jeff again, coming to you from the Mindcrack server. I just slept, so there's probably a lot of angry zombies. Oh my god, they're running around like crazy, man. No. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. They got me. I'm still alive, though. I actually haven't died in quite a while. I don't know if that's a premonition for this episode. Whoa. Baby somewhere. There is a baby somewhere. I'm not really sure where it's at. But anyways, we're going to continue on. I've tried to make some progress with this hospital. Just by excavating some land. I've made that as a suggestion into a sandy area. So it looks like there's a cool little point that's sticking out. I want to sit here and try to get my wooden barrier going properly on the end of this hospital. I've dug out enough that I can fill in a lot of it. I haven't gone to the other side of the hospital yet, though, but I do believe it is. Oh no! Oh, there's that. Oh, whoa! Holy crap! That guy's scary. I think when it turns night, I'm gonna go to spawn and re-heal myself because I am running out of. Do I want to like that? I don't know, because I'm running out of health very quickly. It's so hard to place logs in the exact orientation that you want to. Not that it's actually difficult physically to do, but when you're just kind of on a roll and going, you often click on the wrong spot on the block, trying to do a whole row at a time. Whoa. Okay, I think it was premonition for the episode. Okay. Hold that thought, everybody. I will be back when I get to spawn and get myself re-healed a little bit because I am afraid for my life. Okay, guys. I am back. I have made my way to spawn, re-healed, so that I will no longer be worried about getting killed so quickly as I was about to have happen to me. I am finishing up the little bit of wood that I have. I don't have that much wood left. I actually need to go collect some more, but let me show you guys what I've done thus far. So let's see what this looks like from the inside, because I actually haven't looked at it from the inside yet either. I need to get a door on this place. Maybe I should start the emergency department doors. I wonder if I can make them look, oh, like for the ambulances. I wonder if I could make them look really good in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. Oh yeah, so that little point looks good. That out there, unfortunately, is not my land, so I can't mess with that too much because I believe it belongs to Anders. That isn't mine either, but I might just turn that into sand anyway because I think that would look good. But for the most part, I think this is coming along great. And no, I haven't messed with the palm trees yet. I did get this stuff to mess with the palm trees, though. So let's go over here and plant some jungle trees. I sadly think this whole thing is going to end up coming down. It might not. It might just be a hilltop area for the horses. I'm not really sure. This is... My wood apparently has gotten out of control. My wood's gotten out of control. That's a funny saying. But I want to plant these jungle saplings in a random way in order to see how well they grow, and I am not going to mess with them at the current moment. I will just let them kind of, like as in bone meal and such, I will let them just do their thing. So much to talk about though, guys. It's been a long time since I've gotten on the server and played just because of my work schedule, and I now have a series of days where I have off, which is something that didn't happen before in my old job. I currently work a job, so nursing, I've talked about it before, but it is essentially it can be a 3-day-a-week job. For the most part, nurses work 12-hour shifts, like hospital nurses and stuff. Like, there's obviously nursing professions and things like that who work at doctor's offices, whatnot, who don't work 12-hour shifts. There's many hospitals out there that actually have tried to eliminate 12-hour shifts and make everybody work 8-hour shifts, and I'm not a big fan of that because I am a big fan of the 12-hour shifts. 12-hour shifts are great. I've been doing them again now for 2 weeks. I've been back to the, ICU bedside nursing for 2 weeks now, and it is draining. It is a good draining, but it is definitely draining. I worked a day, went straight to the fire station after that, had a day off, worked 2 days, had 1 day off, worked 3 days in a row. I know it sounds like that's a lot, so if you really look at it, it's essentially working 6 days out of 8 in a row, which would make a lot of people think, like, why would you want to switch to a job when it seems like you work so much more than that? Well, because I worked my 3 days in a row, I don't go back to work again for the next 4 days. So now I have 4 days off while still working full week. So it's wonderful, and now I have some time to relax, try to get some things situated here at home, try to work on some videos, work on the Mindcrack server. I wanted to come home and make a couple of videos after work a couple days, but I was too exhausted to be able to sit down and create a Mindcrack episode. It just, this takes a little bit of thought and planning, as much as you might not think it does, especially when I seem to be rambling and not going through and doing anything necessarily productive, or I'm sitting here right now and I'm like, everybody's going to be like, why are you just like sitting there chopping trees? I mean, that's something you could have done off camera. Yeah, granted, I very well could have done this off camera, and I was working for a while off camera, but the time frame that it takes to do all this stuff leads to the just inability to continue on with making footage, because I could, there's so many things that I could do right now in preparation for this hospital build that I could do off camera. I could do so much stuff off camera, but I like to bring you guys in kind of the building process as well. I know a lot of people enjoy that, and it gives me some more like kind of passion for what I'm doing, because if I'm just sitting here off camera and mining wood, I very often get bored. I'm sitting there doing a monotonous task over and over again, and I'll have like a YouTube video up in the corner or something like that, and it ends up taking me like 3 times as long as it should, because I'm obviously not constantly just sitting there going, oh, get wood, get wood, get wood. I'm actually like, oh, how's Pack Rat doing in the daily challenge today? Watching things like that. I just got done while I was doing the stuff that I did do off camera. I was watching the Gmod murder with Paws and Bruce Willikers and people like that, and it was very entertaining and things like that, but it definitely gets me distracted, and I don't do nearly as much of the actual, make as much progress as I would like to. I am out of my axes right now, and I did not expect that to be the case. Is that a jungle sapling? What is this? Is this an acacia sapling? It's an acacia sapling. Interesting. Why would, oh, the leaves must have been interjoined in the trees, must be why. I'm going to take out a couple of these just so I can plant some more saplings so that I have more wood like ready to grow. But I don't want to waste all this time sitting here and doing this. Ugh. There we go. Okay, get that out of there. Acacia sapling, I guess you can get planted too. Why not? I really don't care. The acacia wood is not where it's gonna be. However, I did go out in the last episode that you guys all got to see, and go out and get the wood and such from the jungle, which is great. I don't know if I have any inventory space for these carrots, actually. I don't know why I did that. Oh yeah, I do. I have plenty of room. I utilized Zuma's method here that he pointed out to me that I had not known before, that alternating rows of crops will yield a faster, like a double the speed growth rate. Oh, look at that, a rotten potato. That's great. It will yield double the growth rate as if you had, rather than if you had things in like patches. So I can still do this type of farm and just alternate my crops and they will grow twice the speed, which is wonderful. So that's nice to do. I'm going to sit here and take out, I got a lot more sand. Let's get rid of some of this sand and get it out of my inventory. Many people sent me some great suggestions on how to do things with my palm trees, how to make this have a better like stepped look and things like that. And don't worry, that stuff's going to happen. I just haven't gotten around to being able to make it all quite perfect yet, but it will be coming in the near future. So don't you worry. This needs to get filled in, and I'm not exactly sure if it should get filled in by dirt for the most part, if this should be a sandy area as well. I haven't thought this whole thing through yet. I will tell you that one of my main goals still is to get iron. And iron, I've played this game for so long, and I've never had a beacon that I needed to fill all the way up before. And I will tell you that it is so much more iron than I ever anticipated. I am so impressed with so many people that have so many beacons around their areas. I mean, there's beacons kind of everywhere that people are putting together. They're like, yeah, we'll make this a regen and a haste 2 beacon, like it's no big deal. And oh my god, it takes so much iron to do that. I am struggling to get enough iron. I am probably still, oh god, close to 100 iron blocks away from meeting my goal. So that means, you know, 800 iron ingots in order to make it happen. I am not nearly as close as I wanted to be in this endeavor. There's no question about that. It is just slowly and slowly and slowly coming along, but it is coming along. For those who have commented that really like the progress I've made in the hospital, thank you very much. I didn't really think when I started on this endeavor that it would be this long of a process in order to get this thing built up and running. I thought it was going to be relatively slow and or quick and easy and not nearly as slow. I built the fire station in the first season. The last season, season 3. I built that fire station in a relatively quick time frame. Oh, here's some pistons. I was trying to do to see if there was any caves around here, and it turns out that the X-ray technology no longer exists as it used to, which is, it's good and bad all at the same time. So let me get rid of this shovel, be able to pick up some of this stuff actually. Oops, didn't want that one. I wanted to get rid of this stuff. Gonna have to go sleep here momentarily. I've had to move my bed in the house a couple times because I try to go to sleep and it's, there are monsters nearby, there are monsters nearby, and I'm like, this is kind of ridiculous. I don't need you. I don't need you either, just a normal bow. There we go. Make sure I have all this stuff that I really want. And this definitely causes a lot of excavation in order to make this happen. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of alternate episodes. An episode of building followed by an episode of like caving, because all of it's still related to the hospital. I still need to get that iron. So I think that's what I'm going to do for a while, because not only does it cater toward both audiences of people who really like caving versus people who really like watching building videos, but it allows me to actually make some relatively good progress in this hospital, because I definitely need a lot of wood still. So that's all going to be part of my off-camera work as well. Oh god, when I keep doing things like that. But back to nursing. So for an update for those people who are unaware, I have left my nursing informatics job. I have gone back to the ICU and I'm now a bedside nurse yet again, which I love being a bedside nurse. That's why I went into the nursing profession in the first place. I was kind of upset with myself for leaving it when I did, because I really wanted to be, you know, to continue to be a bedside nurse and ultimately reach my flight goal of, or my goal of being a flight nurse. So that is definitely something I'm going to look into as soon as I get enough experience. That's why I went back to the bedside. However, last night I was at the fire station after I got off of work, and I'll tell you, being at the fire station after getting off of work is pretty rough. It's extremely tiring. So come work a 12-hour shift at the hospital, followed by a 14-hour shift at the fire department. And granted, I didn't work a 14. Ah, you son of a bitch! Oh my god! Oh my god! There's so many of them. There are so many of them. I shouldn't be messing around at night, but I didn't expect that there was going to be like a 35 creeper sitting there. Holy crap. Down to 3 hearts and half my hospital wall destroyed. But that's what I get for not really paying much attention. As you guys saw in my UHC episodes, I have a problem with paying attention to the things that I need to pay attention to. Yeah. That's not really a question, it's more of a statement. But all that stuff being said, I was at the fire station last night, and they brought up some opportunities, which I knew these opportunities existed, but apparently they're really looking for people right now, and it is an awesome job / career path that I was thinking about for a while, and I actually discounted it because of the fact that I became a nurse, because you don't need the qualifications of a nurse to do this. I could have done this without a nursing degree, but as an EMT basic, which there's levels of EMT. There are like first responders, which really, I can't say don't have any responsibility, but they're very limited in their scope of practice of what they can do out in the real world and environment. Then there's EMT basics, which is what I am as an EMT side. It's the pre-hospital provider side. Whoops. As a pre-hospital provider, I am an EMT basic, which is extremely limited, in my opinion, as an emergency department nurse, as an ICU nurse. What I can really do, I think the most, like, holy crap, look at all this stuff that they got going on here. Oh, that's regular potatoes, isn't it? Where's my baked potatoes? There they are. As, you know, an EMT basic, I can't give any important medications. I think they consider oxygen a medication. They consider glucose a medication for somebody who has low blood sugar, if you come across one of those types of incidents. But very limited in your scope of practice. And then there's the Damn it. You're not considered an enemy, are you? And then there's the EMT Ps, P as in Paul, or what everybody refers to as a paramedic, which is a different level. So when people call me a paramedic, I correct them and tell them I'm not a paramedic, I'm an EMT basic. Because there's a big difference between the two. Anybody who's gone through to become a medic, gone through medic class, doesn't want to be limited and called an EMT basic because of the fact that they've put a lot of time and effort into what they did. It is like my EMT class, I did a crush class, so it was 5 weeks long, but it was 8 hours a day for 5 solid weeks. Turn the lights on in here. It was 8 hours a day for 5 solid weeks is what my EMT basic class was. Essentially, you can do it in a standard like 2-day-a-week class in anywhere between a 4 and 6 month time frame. To become a paramedic, the classes that are offered out here where I'm at are more of a 1.5 to 2 year course process. Man. And so the people who have those don't want to be, you know, discounted in the education and stuff that they've got. So I make sure I correct people and let them know, like, look, I didn't take the paramedic course. Don't put me up on that level. I'm just a basic. However, I'm a nurse, which nurses and paramedics are very similar in what they can do. Nurses can do more in the hospital setting. Paramedics can do more in the pre-hospital setting. That's the point of what they are. Like, paramedics can intubate, nurses for the most part cannot. I can't say all nurses can't, like flight nurses and stuff can, but certain nurses can't. Long story short, there's a drastic difference between an EMT basic and an EMT P or a paramedic. And this program that was informed of last night, it used to be one for EMT paramedics only. And they have now opened it up to EMT basics that they will give you the training up to paramedic level if you become a flight medic. So there's a difference between flight medics and flight nurses as well. Hang tight. I'm going to wait until I can sleep this day away. Finally, let me into bed, so this night should be gone soon. But apparently I'm a restless sleeper. I can't hold still. Tossing and turning, bouncing off the walls. Okay, apparently I'm stuck as well. This is kind of weird. Hello? I'll be back. Okay, that was really weird. I actually couldn't even exit Minecraft. I had to force it to quit in order to get out of there. That was kind of scary. But let's see how much damage was done over here. You little boom. 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 I hate you, little babies. Kill you. I hear another baby around as well. There's a spider. He should be fine. But let's see how much damage is done. Anyways, there was a program that they discussed that used to only be open up to paramedics. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I just need to get some snow on this wall. For now, I need to get it covered up because otherwise, when I'm inside, there will be a lot of unwanted enemies coming after me, and I don't want that. Whoops. Let me just make it look destructive while I go through and do this. But they open it up to EMT basics, and they will train you to be a paramedic. And apparently they're really, I don't know if it's that they're hurting for jobs, but they have a really low census essentially, and they need people to fill these spots. So they're really looking for, through all the fire departments, they're trying to get referrals for people to get in these. And what it is it's a flight medic program. And there's a difference between flight medics and flight nurses. Exactly what that difference is, I'm not sure, because it's a weird system, because you now draw the line between the difference between pre-hospital care versus hospital care, because if you're a medic working on an inter-hospital transport, it's technically hospital care. So the nurse is really in charge, and you're like a secondary person. Whereas if you're a medic on a scene flight, you're kind of the one in charge because it's pre-hospital care at that point. It's a really weird line to walk, and I don't know all the idiosyncrasies about it, but either way, flight medic status would be really cool. It wouldn't quite be the level, as far as I understand it, of flight nurse status. I'm not really sure how it all works, like I said. However, the Maryland State Police are looking for people to be flight medics who are also state troopers. And I know I looked into this before. There used to be a lot of stipulations on it, whereas you had to be a medic for 3 years before you could join as a state trooper. You'd have to go through and become a full-fledged police officer. You become a state trooper, you do that for a couple of years, and then you can join the ranks of being a flight medic through the Maryland State Police. And if you join as a flight medic through the Maryland State Police, then you get the opportunity to do flight medic, and on the side you are a state police officer. And I've always thought that would be something relatively entertaining to do, but the time frame to get there was pretty ridiculous. I was already a nurse. I can't say there's no point, but it's a different, just kind of a different career path, even though it's the exact same career path. Like I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying when I talk about that or not, but apparently they've opened it up a lot more, so it's something I'm going to look into. I'd be very afraid that because you're a flight medic and not a flight nurse, that the pay scale would be much less than I'm already currently making, which would be detrimental, and then you could just, finish out the course to become a flight nurse. So I think it'd be cool to be both, but that would involve a technical career change. You'd no longer be functioning as a nurse, you'd be functioning as a medic and a state policeman. But for those of you who don't know about me and my family, I've always thought it was kind of funny that I went into the computer field. Nothing to do with anything that my parents did. My parents are very technologically unsavvy, I guess would be the way to put that. They they are very technologically declined. They always ask me for assistance with anything technology related because, you know, I went to school and became a computer engineer before I became a nurse. So I'm a very tech savvy guy. My mom is a nurse. So now it's hilarious because it's like I went on my own path for a while and then I rounded out and somehow became a nurse and followed my mom in her footsteps. I mean, most guys in general, like stereotypically, guys follow their dad's footsteps. Nope, I follow my mom's footsteps instead. But my father was a Michigan State police officer for like 25 years. There he retired from the Michigan State Police. He is now a retired police officer. He works multiple jobs now, but he's like, he works security at one place. He works as a police officer still in one of the local jurisdictions part-time. Like, so my dad's a cop. My mom's a nurse. How cool would it be if I could sit there and become a flight medic, still getting into stuff that I want to do, which makes you have to be a state police officer, and I'm a nurse on the side of that. Like, I just think that the concept of it would be so awesome to be able to sit there and be like, yeah, I followed my mom's footsteps. And I followed my dad's footsteps. Like, how cool of a little roundabout education would that be? I mean, I've already got such a weird, diverse, I don't know why I made that workbench. I just realized because I can make snowballs without being in a workbench. I think it sounds so funny, and I think it'd be hilarious if one day that comes true, because it's not just blindly following one of your parents, which if people feel that they are going to choose a career only based on what their parents did, not based on their actual passion, they really need to rethink what they're doing and going into, because it is very important to be happy with your job. I will be the first person to tell you that happiness is very important when it comes to work, because if you work somewhere, you're going to be working for the rest of your life, quote unquote, you know, and until you retire and things like that. A significant chunk of your life is going to be spent working. Make sure it's something that you want to do. That's why I did a career switch. I love computers. I love technology. I didn't like working in that field, I found out. So I made a change. I was lucky enough to be able to have the ability for, you know, college, to pay for college, things like that. I was lucky in that sense. I do understand that completely. But don't just blindly follow and do what you think that would make your parents happy because of the fact that you feel like that's what you have to do, because that is not the case. You need to do what makes you happy. It's going to be your life for the rest of your life. And I think it'd be so cool to be able to follow in both of my parents' footsteps while still having a career that I want. It's completely different, yet the exact same in so many ways. And I'm not saying that that'd be the only reason I'd be doing that, because that'd be just dumb if I was sitting there telling you that. But I think it'd be that. How cool of a family story would that be? I think it'd be awesome to be a state police officer and a flight medic. I think it'd be phenomenal and fantastic. So it's definitely something I'm going to look into. I doubt it'll ever come to fruition, only for the fact that I think the path of nursing is going to be better suited for me than it would be to go back to being a medic and doing it that way. But still a really cool concept that I'm going to look into, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. I'm going to actually be ending this episode very shortly, but I do want to briefly talk for a minute. Briefly say that I just looked. I bought another Humble Bundle today because there was a couple of games on there that I wanted to play, and I realized my backlog of non-redeemed Steam games is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to be holding a contest soon. I don't know what the contest will be. A giveaway, it might not even be a contest. It might just be a straight-up giveaway. I'm not sure. But look for it in the coming week or two, probably. I'm going to try to get it together for a contest for some of the games in my backlog. for starters, and we'll see if I can get any other prizes and things like that onto there. But keep an eye on that. I plan on doing that in my channel in the coming weeks. So I want to get you guys involved and give back as much as I can for all the great appreciativeness that I have for you guys as fans, the wonderful comments you guys make, just following my channel, etc. I love when you guys comment on things, give me suggestions. I try to take many of them to heart. I have made this video today where I really didn't get much accomplished, but don't worry, this is my day 1 of the next 4 days that I have off. I plan on doing a decent amount of off-camera work and bringing you guys back in. I just was kind of giving you guys the restart of, okay, look, I have a chunk of time frame. This is where we're at now. Watch me progress over the next couple days, and I'll have some more videos for you guys. So keep that in mind. If you have any contest ideas, let me know. I would be more than happy to look at them and take them into consideration, because I don't have an idea of what I need for a contest right now. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you next time.